Hello everyone, sorry that live just disconnected for some reason. I don't know. YouTube asked me to take a break. I don't know why. So, yes, anyone who has missed there, please join over here and I will take those questions over here. That live was abruptly closed. YouTube is asking me to take a break. Let me stop whatever breaks I have. Turn off more. Okay, my previous live was turned off abruptly. I don't know what happened on YouTube. It just asked me to take a break or something. Anyone, sorry about that. Just join here and ask your questions over here, and I will answer them. By the time I will take the questions on the channel and I will answer them till the time everyone is joining back here. This is cancel. Okay. Next question on the channel I have is, sir, one foundation year course in UK care visa, like case which. Okay, I think the question is in English and Hindi mix. I'm trying to understand it. But what I summarily understand is a foundation year. Can you take a foundation year, come to the UK, and then switch to the care work visa? Yes, you can in theory, but then for the care work visas, there are 39,000 others who are sitting in the queue who should be given priority, and you will not be allowed to switch. So it will be difficult in practical terms. But yes, you are allowed once you complete the foundation course in the UK. After that, you can switch to a skilled worker visa. May not be a care worker visa with all the challenges that are coming in, but yes, you can switch to a skilled worker visa from a foundation course. Next question I have. I live in property owned by my two elder brothers. One of my brother moved out recently. What do I need to provide to meet the accommodation requirements? Owned by two elder brothers. Okay, Siddharth Bhaumik, I'll take your live question. Sir, what is the news about the non-dom status being removed and how is it going to affect Indians who are in the UK on work visas? How will their Indian properties? Sorry, I really cannot go on advice on property matters, tax matters. I'm only qualified to give immigration advice and UK visa advice. I cannot advise you on your finance and assets matters. Sidhu, when I got care visa, it was 20,400 salary. Now it's 25. Yes, correct. From 20 to 20, it's going up to 25K. I left with 2 years move visa till my 5 years completion. Move visa 5 years. Okay, which one should I fulfilling for the rest of the time? So if you already left the UK, so do you mean you were on a care worker visa, whatever that salary was, you left the UK and you left? What do you mean by that? Did you leave that employer also? If you left the employer, you're going to come on a fresh care worker visa. The previous credit doesn't help you. You are as good as anyone else coming to the UK. So the previous whatever that is, that doesn't count towards it. If there is a break in the visa and break you, so basically you left the UK, you left the employer, now you're coming with a new employer or a new visa with the same employer, then the previous time is all gone. So that's what I understood from your question, but then clarify and then I will try to answer. Okay, next question on the channel I have is about, I'm in the UK with the same visa. When I got care visa, it was 2,400 salary. Okay, I don't care about the salaries. You are asking for ILR, so salaries is not my question here. I have left with 2 years more visa. Okay, so you completed 3 years. You have 2 more years, I think so, till my 5 year completion. Which one should I be fulfilling for the rest of the time? For the rest of the time, if you are, so all the salary increases are only required to be done if you are applying for a new visa. For example, you had a 3 year visa and you are extending it now for further 2 years, you will need the new salaries. But then if you are on, you have a 5 year visa, no increases are required. Employers don't have any obligation. It's only at the point of ILR you will need the latest payslip, which should be as per the latest 25,000 as of today. That is the latest. So there is no increase required at this point. Spencer, I applied for skilled worker visa but haven't gotten a decision yet. But my kids got their decision already, which is successful, but I haven't gotten a decision yet. Interesting. So I'm assuming your kids got the new permission, whatever you applied for, let's say 2 years, 3 years, whatever you had applied. It may be just some system issue. If obviously their permissions wouldn't be approved unless yours is approved. And there are some system issues with Home Office. I remember we had some 1 or 2 cases last years. They are very rare cases, but then sometimes the decisions don't flow through. That's what was told, explained to me. I had raised this to the senior management in Home Office, and they did explain me that this is the problem. They have some system issue where the decision was not flowing. It took about 3 months for the decision to flow through. It was an ILR decision, skilled worker priority ILR. That was, I remember that. That may be the only issue, some system issue that is that your decision is somewhere stuck in their systems. That's the only thing that I can think, because unless your leave is approved, your dependents' leaves cannot be approved. They are always kept on hold. Fra, yeah, Fra, please. I have lived in the UK for 20 years. I applied for waiver and in waiver was accepted and go for my biometric last week Tuesday. Is there any chance for my visa to one successful, please? Yeah, if you meet all the requirements of the 20 years private life route, then yeah, yeah, we have done several, yeah, in the last year also. All have been successful, but then yeah, uh, if you meet the requirements, then yes, they have to approve. There's the only thing I can say. I don't know the facts of the case. Maybe speak to an immigration lawyer and assess your case, or book a consultation with us. A link is in the description. Okay. Mahmood, company granted costs in 2 working days. I am under self my role project manager. My DCOS is under review. Says, okay, you are talking of company already has a cost and then you are also applying for a DCOS. You only need one cost. I don't know what you mean by cost in 2 working days. Maybe you are referring to sponsor license. Company got sponsor license in 2 working days. That's what I'm assuming to answer this question. And then under that sponsor license, a DCOS was requested since 26th of March. What is today's date? 8th of April. What is the processing time? Usually standard decauses do come within 7 days on a higher end. I usually many times I get all the genuine ones, not self-sponsorship ones. Self-sponsorship is under review a lot. So yeah, they may come back with more questions. I'm pretty sure Home Office is not happy approving self-sponsorship visas or something. So if you are doing it through an immigration lawyer, speak to them and discuss what is the matter. But self-sponsorship is on the radar for Home Office. They are not willing to approve. They are refusing sponsor licenses. I know you may have got it in by fluke or whatever that is. You may have applied priority, or maybe all the facts are not disclosed on the application. Whatever the issue is, the sponsor license was granted. But when the DCOS is applied, obviously things have come to light. I am pretty sure that it is a self-sponsorship game going on. I doubt whether your course will be successful usually, because 70 is on the higher end unless it's in the high risk sector. But looking at your project management role, I know what that is usually, whatever I'm aware of with the 60K salary, it should have been approved within a 7-day timeline. But I think the problem is self-sponsorship in your case. It may take a lot of time. It may take up to 3 months or so. Yeah. They may ask for more information and documents, or they may refuse it also. So thanks. Where are you based? Okay, I am based in London. So currently I'm not in London. I'm on holiday in Cyprus. Yeah, but yeah, I'm working digitally and remotely. All the calls partly working. Abdul Rahman, when HOFs are increasing? HOFs are increasing. Yeah, the latest date. Why didn't I get it yet? I don't know an exact date for some reason. Yeah, I don't have any update from Immigration Laws Association yet. I'm looking at my emails. Exact date hasn't been given. I know the certificate sponsorship fees is also going up from 239 for up to 525. I know the amounts and all, but exact date I don't think it has been declared clearly, or I don't have it. That's my bad. Or is the employment letter for ILR after 5 years should be from the same employer, or I can get it from any other company who holds sponsor license for it? Okay, it should be by the employer who is employing you at that time. So in the last month of your before your ILR, when you're applying for ILR, when you're employed with whichever sponsor, that sponsor has to give you a letter confirming that you are still required for the employment in question, job code 12345, whatever that is, for the foreseeable future. That is very, very important. Dominic Regos, subject access, will I get to know how my status is? You may not be able to interpret it. You may have to show that subject access report to a lawyer and get it interpreted. Yeah, because it will not say that you are an overseer. It will just show the line of events that have happened, applications filed, etc., etc. And from that, the lawyer may be able to derive the information and then explain you if there was any overstay or something like that. Get the facts from you, get the information from home office, and from there a lawyer may be able to decipher whether there is any overstay. Yeah, you may not get it very straight away from that subject access, which is always, yeah, not 100%. Okay, Spencer, thank you, sir. But what can I do in that case? Do I need to call home office since that of my kids has been successful, but no decision yet for my wife and myself? I'm the main applicant. So, have you? So, Spencer, uh, did you apply by priority service, which is 5 working days decision, or did you apply by standard service, which is a 8 weeks period decision time? Yeah, and how long has passed since then? So have the timelines been breached? If you confirm that, then I can tell you something. Bakars, will they introduce any priority this year? No, not for parent visa overstay. I don't think there is any appetite for doing that. They are getting a lot of money from other priorities, and I don't think they stopped the priority. Even in the past, I have done in the last 5 years or so, I have done many priorities for overstays where they switched to parent visas successfully within the uh, super priority. Even 24 hours, I've got decisions. But yeah, it was just stopped around last year sometime where they said no. There was a lot of abuse going on, not just overstayers, even students and all. They were trying to get onto the family route, parent visa, spouse visa, etc. So suddenly they just stopped that, and they even started taking passports of overstayers. So they will also keep your passport whenever you apply. That was also stopped long back. So new practice started around a year back or so. But yeah, there is no priority service for overstayers at this point. Okay, standard service, then if the 8 weeks has not passed, then you need to wait for the 8 weeks period. That's what home office will reply anytime, even if you call them, if the 8 weeks has not passed. If it has passed, then yeah, you may call the call center that is there, but I don't think they are very much helpful. Yeah, so Abdul Rahman, so I meant to say where your office in London. Yeah, there are several locations we work with. So it's in Liverpool Street, Canary Wharf, about 6 or so, I think. Yeah, we have meeting rooms at several places. So I go around, but mainly 95% of the work almost is done remotely nowadays. Yeah, because I have my personal life, kids, family, and also mostly I also prefer doing everything remotely. Clients also prefer, but then yeah, almost 5% of the work is done from office physically. I going somewhere. Arshidu, it's got easy to fulfill for me 2400 as the increased minimum pay rate for carers 12.22 referred from government for carers. Yes, thank you for the comment. Is it quite cold in Cyprus? It is not cold during the day, it is hot. In the night, it is a bit lightly chilly. Yeah, so yeah, during the day, it is very hot. It is, yeah. Okay, so any more questions? No, let me answer. Okay, yeah. Hizam123 has asked, he lives in a property owned by 2 elder brothers. One of the brother moved out, so one brother is still staying, assuming that. What do I need? I'll take that live. Okay, do I need to provide to meet the accommodation? You have to get a letter from both the brothers who own the property stating that they are happy for you, your wife, and your children to live in the property. I'm assuming you are applying for a family route visa, either a spouse visa or something, and you need a letter from all the owners, a council tax bill, and along with the letters, there are identification documents, maybe a passport copy. Okay, Mahmood, I answered this one. Okay, let's take this. For the evidence for decons was requested after 1 day of applying. Yes, I emailed them two full emails for all evidences around 300 pages. I'm asking about average processing time after requesting more info. Yeah, this is quite common. Home office may take up to 3 months. That's what I can say. Yeah, I understood the facts. It may take up to 3 months from the date you applied. Arshidhu, you give valuable information. Thank you. Thank you, Arshidhu. Yes, subscribe to the channel. You already subscribe, I think so. And yeah, consider becoming a paid member. It just costs maybe £1 or so. Everything goes in donation and all. Yeah, but then yeah, to support the channel, there are some membership options. You can see them in the channel information. How can I make appointment with you once you back? uh, I don't have to be back. I'm only working early mornings. Yeah, over here. Yeah, it's UK time. If you go in the channel information, there should be a link. I know many clients are booking tomorrow morning also. I am booked. Yeah, so I'm only doing, I think, one or two calls or so in a day, early morning. It's 6 a.m. UK time. You can go on the link and book it through, and I can do the video call. You will see the timings over there only. Thank you very much, Mahmood Nagendra. Hello, sir. I was on a skilled worker visa on 2022. After 6 months, I lost the job. I got a 60 days letter from Home Office after 6 months of losing the job. Yes, that is common. That's normal. Home Office does take time. They quickly don't start running after people and curtailing their visas. I know that. So 6 months I lost. I got a 6 month letter from office after 6 months losing the job. Yes, I think, yeah, you can continue the question. I know the YouTube will not allow you to type the long questions. You can type again. I'll wait for you. By the time I will answer some. Okay. Next question I have on the channel in comments. I have a question. I'm on PSW visa with 18 months remaining, working as an assistant manager in a retail store. My current salary is 2508 on 40 hours per week. They agreed to sponsor me but cannot offer the required salary threshold 38,700. I told them according to VQI and trend rule I recently completed MBA international 30% discount. My company to explain these immigration rules. What is the best email I can write to my company? Yeah, so I think the simple question is, so Ali Hassan is working with an employer. They are paying some salary around 25,000. He's on a graduate route visa, and he wants to apply for a new entrant category visa. Employer thinks they have to pay 38,700. He thinks he has to be paid at least 30,900. Yeah, yeah. So something under 31,000. So there is nothing much that you can do. You can make them speak to an immigration lawyer. Yeah, this is what I have done many times. I've sat with employers and the employee and I've explained the rules to them. So you can book a consultation with us. I can explain both the parties on the call and explain them the rules and what are the minimums to be paid. That's the only thing that you can do to satisfy your employer. And I have talked to many employers along with employees on our video consultations and explained them the rules. Okay, Nagendra, will this issue for my ILR? No, that will not be an issue. The 6 months, so till the time you had the skilled worker permission, that's perfectly fine, Nagendra. Now the 60 days letter has come, you need to switch within that 60 days. At the end of that, your permission will end and you will become an overstay from that point forward. So if you do switch to another employer, you're perfectly fine till this point. That 6 month, there is no gap. Basically, you are on skilled worker visa during that period also, when you are not employed but not curtailed as well. Is it okay to book consultation in Hindi? Yes, you can book it. Yes, I can talk in Hindi. Yeah, I'm Indian, so your voice is very low. What happened to my mic? Okay, hello. Let me turn this around. Maybe this way. Maybe it should improve now. Yeah, I think it should be okay now. I've been attending all GP appointments with my baby. Yes, Babakar, keep on doing that and keep all the records and be a good dad as well. So, not just for the visa purposes. Yeah, whenever you are applying for the parent visa. Can I work? So, the next question on the channel I have is, can I work during this process? What is the process? It is on one of my videos. Can one switch from the UK skilled worker visa to dependent visa of another someone migrant? Yes, you can switch. Can I work during this process? Yes, you will have Section 3C leave when you are switching from skilled worker visa to becoming a dependent of someone else. You should be able to work during the switching process. Thank you. Thank you, Patty. Yes. Sorry, my mic was turned upside down. Yeah, I turned it around. Just trying something extra. Okay. Next question I have. Yes, you can. Applied for the. Can I switch to skilled worker visa if fill my course? Yes, you can. So this is just a comment on my video or something. Yeah. Can failed students switch to skilled worker visa? Yes, they can, provided they have completed their course of study. Yes, they can. So UK student failed. Okay, next question I have. No live questions yet. I'll be on the call for maybe 5 more minutes. As I promised, I will give some of those updates. Where are they? Let me just go to them. I'll give the updates and then end live. Where is that? So first one, Babakar, I will book consultation with you next month. Yes, yeah. Look at my calendar and you should see my availability. Yeah. Uh, so skilled worker. So these are about 4 updates that I just jotted down, and I'll just talk about them here a while. If I'm on skilled worker visa, can I do every or Amazon parcel delivery? You may not be able to do that because that doesn't come under the skilled occupations as per the skilled occupations list in the immigration rules. Abdul, I'm on a skilled worker visa. Can I go on holiday for more than 28 days? But my company only provides 28 days of paid holidays. More than 28 days. But then, will you be working remotely from outside the UK? Then that's fine, because the absence requirement is you cannot be out of the UK for more than 180 days. So, in any 12-month cycle. So, if you're working remotely, that should be fine, provided your employer is reporting, doing all the reportings. But yeah, if you're not working remotely, and you are going on unpaid holidays, your employer may have to report it through the sponsor management system. There is a reporting on every cost that they have to do. Home office doesn't do much, but then yes, you are taking any holidays for any personal reasons. Home office is employer is supposed to report through the sponsor management system. Okay, coming back to the updates, skill worker and sponsor license. Okay. Jahid, hello, my student visa is going to expire on 8th of May, but I am waiting a result, as my result is about out to June this year, but I want PSW. So what is the perfect application for me? My student visa is going to expire, but I'm waiting a result, as my result for once is about to out in June. Yeah, so one of the things, the only thing that you can do, rather, you cannot do fee waiver, that will be refused, you will be stuck. You cannot do FLR, you will be stuck, it will be refused. You will be put on immigration bail. The only thing you can do is file a graduate route pending results application. Usually do it through immigration lawyers, that's my suggestion. Even on that, I know Home Office has been refusing. There is about, I would say, 80% chances of success, 20% chances of failure, and do it only through the lawyers. So summarily, I can tell you, we file the application, ask the Home Office to keep it on hold. Once you get the results, we submit it to them and continue processing, ask them to continue processing. So it is 80% chance of success, 20% chance of refusal, because the reason for the refusal that they would usually give, I'm talking all possibilities over here, worst case scenarios, that on the date of your application, that's on 8th of May, latest that you can do, in your case, that you had not completed the course of study and the university did not report to them on that day that your degree completion. So summarily, you can book a consultation and you can discuss with me or speak to any other immigration lawyer, but that is the only possible solution, with some risks also. So the updates that I was discussing, skilled worker and sponsor license costs since December, 31st December, I think, sometime in December, I know the new sponsor license guidance came in. No cost can be transferred. Even lawyers' costs, I know in the past sometimes employees would bear the cost. Even sponsor license cost, priority service cost cannot be transferred. Immigration skills charge cannot be transferred. Lawyers charges cannot be transferred. Administrative cost, we did ask Home Office in one of the calls, can lawyers charges be transferred to the employee, which is not a cost for the visa technically, but still they said all administrative costs including lawyers cost cannot be transferred to the employee has to bear it. So that is a very important update. We got this clarification from Home Office. No costs can be transferred to the employee. So summarily, the employee can only bear his or her own visa costs, like the skilled worker visa or the care worker visa cost, the immigration health surcharge, and what else? And that's it. And maybe priority or super priority service for their own visa application. Those are the only three costs that they can bear. All other costs will have to be borne by the employer, cannot be transferred anyway to the employee, or they risk losing the sponsor license. It will be revoked very straight away. As soon as Home Office comes to know, they will revoke the license of the employer. Abdul Rahman, I landed in the UK on 5th of June and my job started on 19th of 17th of June, but my cost dates that job start date is for the, will this be a problem? No, that is not a problem. I think the way it works is my job started on 17th of June, 5th June, and the job started on 4th of April. That 4th of April is not an issue. Yeah, you can count your ILR from 5th of June or even from the grant of the skilled worker, whichever one you want to do it. Yeah. Next update, care worker visas. So no, so basically graduate holders, student visa holders cannot switch to care worker visas. That's summarily, that is the full stop situation. The reason I say that is because in-country switching is also not allowed into care work visa unless, so if I'm a care home, I want to hire a student or a graduate holder or anyone, let's say as another skilled worker, anyone in any other visa category other than a care worker visa category, if I'm trying to hire them, I have to justify it to Home Office why I am not hiring someone who is already in the UK and their sponsor has lost the license, they don't have work, etc. All those abused ones, all those people who are stuck, who don't have work, who have care worker visas, I need to hire them first. Only after that I can hire anyone else, either a graduate holder or a student who visa holder or a skilled worker in other category holders or any visa for that matter. So it is this new rule that I think comes into play tomorrow, I think 9th of April if I'm not wrong. uh, there are 39,000 approximately care workers who are stuck, who are available in the UK and who need employers. So the DHSC, Department of Health and Social Services, all those are contacting that department, emailing them, letting them know. DHSC puts them on the list, matches them with the employer. So the employer, if I am an employer, I'm a care home, I should tell the GHSC I need an employee, and then they will match me with some employee, and then they will ask me to hire that person. I cannot go in the market and hire someone who is a graduate route holder or a student route holder or whatever that is. So even switching is almost impossible to care work visa currently from any other visa category. Overseas work care workers coming, next to impossible. No decourses will be approved unless those 39,000 who are left in the UK who need the jobs, care work jobs, who have the visas and they don't have jobs basically. Either sponsor lost the license, sponsor doesn't have enough work, they were a part of some fraud that was committed on them, etc., etc. They all need to be taken first. So in the care work visa, basically it is closed for everyone else other than those who are abused or who are stuck in the system. Only they will be given first priority. And there are 39,000 of them. It will take a lot of time. It will take a year or more, I think, to sort out all that and clear out that backlog. So that's the reason I say graduate route holders, student visa holders who are switching, thinking of switching to care work visas, it's impossible now as of today. So next update is about illegal entrants and citizenship. By default, all illegal entrants will never get citizenship. That's the new rule that has come into play in naturalization. But there is some discretion usually for some categories of migrants such as children. Even on a case by case basis, things will be assessed. Yeah, so definitely speak to an immigration lawyer, take advice from an immigration lawyer before spending your money on applying for that naturalization application. Many of these asylum seekers who are genuine, who did do illegal entry and then after that they got the asylum, and other than that they don't have any criminal convictions or so there will be some flexibility of exercising discretion on them, I'm pretty sure. So take advice on your matters. So